What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the Make Motocross Great Again YouTube page. This is a page started by Mike Grondal. Here's a little background on Mike Grondal. He is a self-made entrepreneur. He has done very well for himself. He's a smart guy that understands business on a level that most people in our industry will never. He was an owner in the Geico Honda team. He also played a very, very key role in saving Southwick. Mike is from the Northeast, and he played a key role in saving Southwick and getting the National back to that area because he understands how much it means to families and fans and just the community in that area. And he played a huge part in getting that race back on the schedule and also keeping that facility open. Unfortunately, when he did all this, he got a hard look at how the motocross community views riders and teams and facilities, and it's not good. This is coming from somebody who's been incredibly successful in big business himself. So he understands the laws of franchises and big business dealings. And he saw what these guys are doing, and it's despicable. And the fact that these riders are still being treated like amateur participants and having to pay for entries and being treated like they're fortunate to have a place to go race when these promoters are making millions off of these TV contracts, licensing agreements, and all the different things that they generate, but they're still paying to go racing like amateur racers. There's no health care. They're treated like garbage. And above all else, Mike is a good human being. And when he was with Geico, he helped a lot of his riders, not only just with teams and getting on the track, but he helped them financially and how they could secure their future and their retirement. And that's very important to him. He sees and he's seen firsthand what this sport does to your body. And these guys are paying a huge toll. And he wants to make sure they're rewarded like the professional athletes that they are. Mike is a very outspoken guy. If you talk to him, you'll understand that. He's from the Northeast. Most people from the Northeast don't hold their tongue. And that got him into trouble, and he realized how quickly that these people will turn and silence. And you've got the Coombs family who have their own media outlets in Racer X. They got everybody else who falls in line. He found out real quickly what they do when someone speaks their mind or when somebody has an opinion different than theirs.
That's great again.
I don't know anything about Mike Grondal besides his son Eric is cool. He's a part owner of Geico team.
Yeah.
And I saw some of his tweets and he seems like a fucking lunatic.
Make Motocross Great Again is about getting these riders compensation and growing the sport. If you look at other professional sports, football, baseball, basketball, they were all pretty big, but as soon as they got to where they shared revenue with the players, you'll see a substantial growth in these sports. And that is something that our sport is missing. Right now, our participants are still treated like amateur participants. Yes, some guys make millions of dollars, but they have to do it with their own sponsorship deals through their own teams and their own partners. They are not getting a piece of the TV revenue. They're not getting a piece of ticket sales. And most of them have to sign away their licensing to go ahead and be able to compete in these events. They can't even film their own footage of them riding. MX Sports won't allow these guys to use the camera footage from their own bodies and bikes during the race. It's crazy that you pay to participate in it, yet they own it like it's a professional sport. Now, if they were getting paid at a percentage, and I'm not talking about, I understand somebody's gonna say, well, football brings in millions of dollars. Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about the dollar amount. I'm talking about the percentage amount. They need a piece of it. In order for a sport to grow, you have to have the participants and the promoters and the tracks, they all have to get healthy at the same time in order to grow. The narrative that's been put out there, and this is how they've kept control, and that's the big thing that is probably bigger than money right now, is control. They've got the media narrative, they got those things, and they just lock them down. They want you to believe the sport is what it is. It's a niche sport, and it's not gonna get any bigger. I disagree. I think the entertainment value that this sport provides could go next level. It could absolutely be bigger, but they're strangling it. And that's why I was so excited about, joining Mike with this Make Motocross Great Again. This is something that could really be good for the sport. And he's allowing me, and I'm so gracious that Mike has stepped up. He's seen firsthand what they're doing to me and what they're doing Just because I'm sharing the truth on the numbers, on how much these tracks get, how much the riders get, how much the promotion gets, and contracts and stuff of that nature, where they have stifled that for so long. They do not want anyone at the races to understand that MX Sports is making what they're making. They don't want you to know what Feld is making off of the events. They want these teams and riders to be happy that they have a place to just go race and get their own sponsors. They want the racers to thank them for giving them an opportunity. Meanwhile, they are collecting a lot of money that they're not sharing. See, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be making money. They absolutely should. These promoters, Feld, MX Sports, NFL, all the organizations that put up the money to have the events and to promote the events should make a significant amount. But we don't go there to see their tracks, their facilities, and their fireworks. We go there to see the athletes. And these athletes are typically young. It's a cutthroat sport where everybody is, for themselves. It is really hard to get them organized. That is a problem. And it makes them easily exploitable. And that's what is happening in this sport. And then when somebody like me comes around and starts talking about it and sharing information so that maybe the teams will know, wait, you guys make how much off of what we spend to go racing? Because the teams are not making money. They're selling motorcycles and they're doing, it's a great place to promote their products, but that's what they're using it for. When they could be collecting a significant amount, an expense could turn into a profit if they were just paying attention. And anyone who dares challenge MX Sports on their contracts, they threaten them with their media outlets. Look at what they did to Bud Feldkamp of Glen Helen. Bud is a businessman. He understands what he's doing. Instead of coming out and saying, hey, we couldn't come to terms financially because we wanted too many tickets to sell on our own behalf for MX Sports, instead, they took to the media and painted Bud as unreasonable, hard to work with, instead of telling the truth when it come down to just ticket sales. They have done the same thing. As soon as Mike started Make Motocross Great Again, they could see something was happening. Racer X reporter Steve Mathis called him a lunatic.
And I saw some of his tweets, and he seems like a fucking lunatic on the tweets.
It's not an accident that they do this. They do this instantly to try to discredit anybody who goes against their narrative. But we are making traction. But what we need to make traction is we need platforms to be able to share the truth. And that's what I do. And since my YouTube channel is there is a chance I may lose that channel, I appreciate Mike for letting me come over here to the Make Motocross Great Again page and do my story. So I will not be silenced if they turn off my YouTube channel, which, like I said, I hope it doesn't happen, but it is a very real possibility that could happen. If it does, no worries, guys. Just move right on over here. Mike has made this platform available to me. I am not going anywhere. So thank you, guys. Remember, subscribe to this channel if you want to make motocross great. Mike says again, but I think I want to make it great. I want to make it better. And I want to give these riders and turn this into the true professional entertainment sport that it is. They're doing it. They're just not getting credit for it right now, the riders and teams. So anyway, thanks guys. Subscribe and I will catch you later.